Test
All
dropped.
right. We are recording. Good
Wow.
morning, world. I'm saying good morning, even though it is a Thursday evening here in Zoomland. And it is the Dani Cutler show. And I'm so excited because I have Bear Ghost here with me. So hello, guys.
Greetings
Hey.
from Zoomland.
Zoomland. I call this the Zoomie-zooms. I yes, because it almost sounds like a disease in a way, but or something that a dog does when they get really excited. But hey,
Oh, how I've missed you.
right? I have missed you guys too, and I was so excited, and I was trying to like get myself all ready because I know.
I'm so excited. I have the Zoomie-zooms.
No, I am so excited. I'm going to Zoomie-zoom. Okay.
All right, move on.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, well, it's been great catching up with everybody. I've already had my fill of Ryan.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so we have Mikey and Andrew and Ryan, and this is for the radio portion so that they know who the heck I'm talking to, because it's been a year. I think Bear Ghost has just been forgotten.
Very likely, yeah.
Probably,
Actually-
at this point.
Oh my
I didn't even
goodness.
remember Bear. I was like, what are we doing here? Who are these people?
What is music? What is Well, I tell you, it hasn't been a complete waste of 2020. I mean, you guys actually, my first question for you would be, how has it been the past year? You released Sirens in, I think it was January last year, so just over a year ago. And then boom, I mean, the world couldn't take it and shut down.
Oh, you're putting this on us.
Yep, it is all your fault. It is Bear Ghost's fault that
This
this.
is a hard-hitting interview.
I know, right? We're going to ask the real questions here. No, but so everything shuts down, and I'm sure that you as a band had many plans for 2020, just like probably every musician in the universe. So, how did you guys feel when in March and everything just suddenly was like, okay, everything has to stop right now? We'll start with Andrew.
From a personal standpoint, honestly, it was great for me because I am a massive introvert, and it's like I would like some time to just relax. For us, it's been a wild year. I guess it has been for everybody, on a personal level as well as a professional level. So we have been writing an album, but it hasn't been going as quick as we'd like to because of life, and things, just everything happened in 2020.
Yeah.
So it's been good for us to be able to take a step back because it's just been too long, and we really want to get a new album out. So we've been able to focus on that rather than having to prep for a show every other week. And
Right. I found that with a lot of artists that I've spoken to, they've sort of felt on the same way, especially ones that are trying to play live shows a lot or touring bands, and all of that was taken away. So they just sort of, okay, what are the things we haven't been able to focus on that we can now focus on? Hey, music. So yeah, and it's not like have to prep for a show. You finally could like stop and take a beat and figure out where to go next. Ryan, how is it for you?
From a band standpoint, it's been the best for me, because I'm always the one in the band who's just like, let's not play shows until we have this much done, and then Maddox, our manager, will come in and be like, guys, I have the best thing you've ever heard of, and we're like, well, I guess we got to do that. and then we prepare and we do that, and everybody loves us. We get so many accolades, it's great. But just to be able to sit back and really put all of the attention into the writing has been awesome. And I think that the world is so insane and our personal lives have been so insane that it's not only more cathartic to do the writing, but it also for some reason feels like I have more juice.
Yeah.
I have more to say musically. Lyrically, I'm still inept as hell, but like it's really relaxing for us because we get together to play, to write, and we're kind of like, well, who's gonna speed us up? Like we can do whatever we want, like it's pretty cool not to have to yield to the next show or the next, I've enjoyed it, but I also feel like we have wasted a fair amount of it. So
yeah, that's fair. I mean, you feel like, especially when things have been moving for so long, and then you stop, and it's like, I know for me, I kept having this feeling like I was forgetting to do something, like for 6 months. It was like,
but, we like from not only a personal standpoint, but also a band standpoint, we kind of like, we went out on a high note. Like Andrew and I got back from Japan right before everything got shut down. Right. But then as a band, we were on the main stage at NAMM Music Festival, which was just insane, and then we were done. Like, so that was pretty cool way to tone it down for me.
Yeah. Buttons, how have you been? How are you feeling about the past year?
I don't know. I would say a blessing in disguise, because I did have all these things that I wanted to accomplish for the band, but then COVID hit and we're like, let's write new stuff. And that became even more fun. And I like the stuff we've written so far. And in a weird way, COVID kind of just gave us a break from all the other things we said, just now. And I would say this new album, I'm really, really excited for. And the progress is not where we want it to be, but I like the stuff we're coming out with, and I'm pretty excited for it.
That's good. I mean, it really is good to be able to just sit back a little bit and be able to focus on exactly what you want your future music to be and how you want it to sound, and there isn't that added pressure. So that's really good. I'm very happy to hear
I agree with that. The pressure's not as much there, but at the same time, our creative minds are just like on full swing right now. It's awesome.
That is good.
Mine's rock hard.
Well, Ryan, you've been busy with other things too besides music. So you went and procreated and like added to the world. So, geez,
I picked the worst time to do that.
The worst or the best? I don't know.
No, the worst. I know. It was the worst.
Oh my goodness. Well, late congratulations for that, because I mean, I raised two of them. So I know exactly what you're going through right now. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. She lives in my closet for all the listeners, so she knows exactly what I'm going through.
No, it's just that I've raised two. I get it. Oh my goodness. So I love that you are working on new stuff, and you did manage at the end of last year to release a single. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. Big Town Banky Blaine's Rockabillly Barbecue.
There you go. Yeah.
It's because I was cheating. I totally could not look at this camera right now and say it again. I can't.
If you listen to it enough, you'll get it,
Oh my gosh. Well, it's, and the people listening on KWSS right now, they heard it before we started this interview. So we let in with that. So,
nice.
Oh, it's a great song. Absolutely love it. And it just, I mean, the point of it and about the song, that grabs me as much as the song itself. So I love it.
Oh, thank you.
So
we were a little worried about it. Following Sirens. Oh, am I okay to go on a tangent about this? Or
absolutely, please do.
Following Sirens, which was like a big single for us, you know what I mean? Like that was really, we wrote that like this is the big song, If you're releasing one song at a time, it becomes like you kind of have to top yourself. And for me, it was very much just like, I didn't want that kind of pressure. So I was like, what if we just put out something that cannot be compared to Sirens at all? Like just so chaotic that no one in their right mind would be like, oh yeah, that's a radio single, but it's not quite what Sirens, it can't compare to Sirens. It's like, no, it can't. It's insane. So I'm glad that people still liked it, and no one has compared it to Sirens, which is very nice.
Because you can't. It is if that was your what you wanted to accomplish, you did it. So yeah. And it is. Where did you get the idea for this song?
This song has gone through many incarnations.
It did actually. For the title, actually, I came up with like 6 years ago.
Andrew has a real knack for titles. So he was just like, I want to write a song called Big Town Banky Blaine's Rockabillly Barbecue. And I was like, I don't know what the hell you just said. And he's like, the Malaysian Hurana. Like he comes up with all these like weird names, and then the music follows. and I'll let you take it.
That's
Sorry.
okay. No, the title was a thing that I came up with a while back, and we were actually trying to write a rockabilly song for it at first, but when I started trying to think of how to like make the concept work, Ryan kind of gave me some rough ideas to go with, and it started coming into this whole thing of just people. It was almost like a sport, like an event where you go, like how people go and like, you know, there's like dog fights or something like that, and like it's like that but with people. Yeah. And I made it originally, like it came out to be this whole thing about the elite and the like the upper class kind of taking advantage of the lower class, and the lower class are the people they're all watching while they're all having a good time, and these people are fighting for their lives. But the base idea,
it's a light topic, you know, just
yeah, the base idea of it actually was not even that deep. It started off with me thinking of an old job that I had where I was like, it was when you like, they'd be like, oh, good job at work, you did a great job, here's a pizza party, and I'm just like, I am exhausted and I worked 60 hours this week, and thanks for 2 slices of pizza. Like,
right.
Yeah, he worked in the back room at a Target, and like he had and he was the manager of the back room or something like that, and his boss would be like, oh, we need to get you like motivating your team better, so like when they do a good job, just give them like a candy bar. And he's like, these are adults, dude, like they're like, they could go buy a candy bar with, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was that concept that started the whole thing, and it snowballed into what it became.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can relate. I mean, I spent, 6 years working at Fry's as a cashier, and you know, it was always like, it's so and so's birthday, here's all the stuff from the Fry's deli, and I'm just like, okay. Wonderful. So yeah, but it definitely has a deeper meaning to it, and I think in a way, I mean, wow, imagine if you had released it like over the summer or closer to election.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I think it definitely resonated with a lot of people that listened to it. You know, when they actually were able to read the lyrics. I don't think you'll be able to understand the first run through, but you know, as soon as people read their lyrics, they're just like, oh my God, like this is awesome. And you know,
so chaotic at first that it's kind of hard to pick up on the meaning. Yeah.
I really don't know if anybody is like sitting there and singing along yet. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, fun little tangent again. When we were writing this song, actually, it was half as fast as it is. And
oh, that's right, yeah.
it wasn't clicking. Like it was like this little slow jammy thing. And Ryan just came into practice one day and he was like, I want to double it. And we were like, what the hell? Like,
I just didn't feel like it was like we really thrive on like the songs being fun, and we were writing it and it was just not fun.
Yeah.
And I was just like, we're gonna double the speed, and they were just like, no, we're not. and then we did, and
wow.
Because it really did feel too fast at first.
It did.
Now it feels fine.
I can't even imagine it being slower.
You wouldn't like it.
Yeah, no,
it won't sound as good.
Yeah. And all of your music is that way. It's always, you know, it's upbeat, it's danceable, it's, you know, everyone just loves to jam at a Bear Ghost show, and I'm sure they're all missing it right now like I am. The Christmas show. I was like, where's my Christmas show?
Oh, that's right. We didn't get to do one this year.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the Christmas EP sufficed.
Yes, that was good. And it was that was a great single. I was honored and happy to premiere it on Christmas Eve. And it was a lot of fun. So, but that'll be playing. But now here we are and moving forward. And so this is airing, well, it'll be Friday when people finally hear this, but 10 a.m. noon Eastern, there's some vinyl dropping. 5 years in the waiting for this, seriously. So you are releasing your first album, Blasterpiece, on vinyl, 2 different color vinyls, and yay. So what was finally, I mean, everyone's saying it's about time, right? But was it always something that was in the plan?
Well, we put in the order for these 5 years ago, and they just finally got printed.
The shipping delay.
Yeah, it was. real real long wait for us too. Okay, someone else talk.
Well, I know it takes a while to process vinyl. It's not a quick turnaround compared to CDs or
True.
cassettes or 8 tracks, so
Well, was this something that you always wanted to have on vinyl, Blasterpiece?
Definitely,
Yeah.
but it does take a long time, and I think at first it may have been me, honestly. Like, I just kind of assume that vinyl was for a different kind of crowd. Like, it'd be people who were more interested in like indie music at first, and I was like, no one who's listening to rock and roll is gonna want this. But I've been wrong several times before, and the demand for this vinyl is proof of that. So.
Oh yeah, I mean it, and study after study over the past couple of years have been coming out saying that just there's this big resurgence of vinyl, and people are just eating it up.
I honestly think it's because it's the only thing that feels worthy to collect anymore. Like grabbing a CD, which was so fun when I was a kid, doesn't have the same.
Right.
It doesn't have the same excitement behind it now. But when I think about buying a vinyl and this a big kind of like a piece of decor, like an actual piece of memorabilia, it just reinvigorates that excitement. And
Yeah.
there's nothing I love more than spending $15 more than I would on a CD. So that's very cool to me.
That's also, yeah, it's like I'm going to love this thing because I'm paying more for it. Yes. But what I love, I mean, for me, it's nostalgic for me. I mean, having vinyl as, a kid growing up and in my teens, and then just, you're right, it is decor. Everyone's got their turntables and they're in a prominent place in their homes, and they have their collection. I mean, you guys have been to Dubs, right? Have you been over to Dubs?
We haven't yet. No.
With his wall of vinyl. Oh my goodness. And it's a big art piece. It's an entire wall filled with vinyl, and it's an art piece basically. And you can just.
Well, that's another thing. I can't remember, like with streaming and stuff like that. I mostly, it's so much easier for me to be like, no, I want to listen to something else, and to shuffle my playlist or anything like that. But you put on a vinyl, that you're just listening to that record all the way through, and
you're committed.
I help people attach to the music so much better, and I'm so humbled that people have attached to the record that much that they want to buy it again in vinyl form, like because it's harder. It's honestly harder to release an album these days.
Yes.
So the fact that that the demand is so high for it is really wonderful.
Well, if my opinion, for what it's worth, it is a perfect album to listen to start to finish on vinyl. It really is. Every song just goes from one into the other, and it's just a perfect flow. And the only time you have to pause is to flip the album, and it works. So I think that's why so many of us who have been with you from the beginning, this is something where it's like, oh, this is what we've wanted all along, because it's perfect for vinyl. It really is. It's going to be, I can't wait to listen to it, if you can't tell. I haven't even ordered it yet. I'm like, where is it? Why isn't it here? So, but yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. And I'm so happy that you guys are doing it. And I hope you guys are as well.
Very.
Yeah.
Especially because we had to do literally no prep for it.
Yeah.
So.
Right? I mean, the work's done, you just have to say, here's
it's pretty cool when a label contacts you and they're just like, let us do the work. And we're like, fine, cool, man.
So we have to give some shout outs here. So who are we collaborating with on this vinyl album?
Enjoy the Ride Records. Oh,
that's
sorry.
Right. You're right. Yeah, Enjoy the Ride Records. I had to think about that one.
You're like, who is it? I'm sure they'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
Shout out. They got a bunch of cool stuff, man. They're like releasing like the Transformers 80s cartoons soundtracks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think if you buy two things this year, buy our vinyl and then the Transformers soundtrack.
There you go. Perfect.
Actually, just scratch our vinyl. Just buy the Transformers soundtrack.
Where did the ideas for the different color vinyls come from?
I told you we didn't put in any work.
They just showed us a proof, and like we like that one. Oh, that was cool too. And so
let's do both.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They're actually both limited editions. So there's a green one and there's a white one with like a green splatter design on it. Mm-hmm. And the green one I think they're printing 200 of, and the white one they're printing 300 of, and that's it. So there's gonna it's
And then it switches
Yeah.
to black
Totally-
if we do another run.
totally limited edition. Like if you guys want these cool colors, you gotta get them now.
Dude, and that green one gets me hot and bothered. And there's only 200 of it. So
Yep.
if there's any left after I buy my fair share, then you guys are going to want to rush to that.
You get a vinyl and you get a vinyl. Just
Yeah.
get them for everybody. Yeah. Oh no, believe me, my eye is on the green too, but I will accept a white one as well if I can't get the green one. No problem there. So, because I love it. I mean, I didn't see this in the first wave of vinyl when it was like new, you got your black record, you maybe got a clear one every now and then or something. But now it's like, it's amazing what they have come up with in how to make it more of a novelty, if you will, but it's a novelty in like a good way, so it's I don't know, I just love it. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
I think it's the coolest thing, and it's I don't know, it's one of my favorite things that we've done, and it looks a lot better on vinyl too. Like the whole package just looks so much cooler, I think.
Oh man, the group you have on Facebook, they are eating it up right now. I mean, you posted that they were going on sale and everybody's just like, oh my God, setting an alarm. I'm not sleeping until I order it because I don't want to miss it. And because they do go on sale, and it'll be Friday morning, which if you're listening on KWSS, it is just a couple of hours away. No, just over an hour away, because it's 10 a.m. here and noon Eastern. So
in your defense, a couple of hours is just over an hour as well.
That's true.
So you were right the first time.
Honestly, this has been so easy because nobody has any concept of time anymore. So it's easy to just say, hey, it's 3 a.m. Who knows? It's now Sunday. Yeah. I just have no idea. It's still March. Yeah. Anyway.
For the people that are excited about getting this vinyl, we are also going to be doing a giveaway. The details of which are to be announced. So if people are interested in that, keep an eye on our socials and we'll have that stuff up there.
Excellent. That is good to know. I will help.
Like a custom skateboard and stuff, yeah. I think that we're giving it away.
Like like one of a kind, like hand painted thing. It's pretty cool.
I tried to do a kickflip on it, but it doesn't have wheels.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's not helpful.
It was not.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is great. And I am excited, and I'm excited for, as we look towards this next year, going more into 2021, having live music slowly start coming back. I mean, I'm sure even though you've enjoyed, in quotes, the silver linings that have come with this as far as creativity is gone, I mean, you have to miss playing live. Yeah. Anyone?
Yeah, I do. We do. I do. I miss being on the road too.
Yeah.
So being on the road's fun.
Well, other than Ryan. Ryan doesn't miss it, right?
I miss aspect of it. I do once I'm on stage, everything is awesome. Yeah. I have such horrendous pre-show anxiety, and that doesn't just happen from like the moment I get to the venue. It's like we'll be 2 weeks out from a show, and it's like I can't sleep. I can't So
every time,
literally every time, and that part I don't miss at all.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you there.
Yeah. So
that's why we need to get back on the road though, because you don't have time to deal with any of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like when we were on tour, after like the third show, every show was just like fun. It was just like that was the activity for the night, and then we would get our drink tickets, and then we'd go to the next town, and Andrew and I would walk through a neighborhood that we'd never been through, and just like, look at that architecture. Aren't we cool adults? And the anxiety wasn't there because I had to do it every night. But when I have time to process and time to forget the songs, the anxiety just really gets the better of me. So don't worry, fans who are excited to see us. I will be excited to perform for you.
Yeah, it's not a matter of not wanting to perform. It's just that, you have, it's the anxiety leading up to it. That totally is understandable. I mean, I remember back when I was doing the orchestra thing in high school, and I had major, anxiety about getting on stage, and I was in a big orchestra of 50 or so in high school, and it was still like, oh my God, everyone's going to hear me when I make one mistake. And that wasn't I knew that wasn't going to happen. I mean, I might've made a mistake or two, but it's like, it's not I understand the anxiety, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I totally get it.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. Andrew, being so introverted, how are you feeling? Do you want to get back out there and play, or?
I do. I actually, it's weird. Yeah.
Sorry.
I do.
Everybody.
End of conversation. No, I do. It's just, my introversion is very social, but for some reason it doesn't translate to the stage. Like there's times when, if we're like, this hasn't happened to us in a long time, not to sound conceited, but like if you have like a bad show where things are just not going right, or the mix is bad or something, sometimes I'll get a little bit like, well, like how I hang my head down, or like be like, I can't make eye contact with anybody. But like being on stage for some reason doesn't do that to me. If I have to go and ask somebody at a store where I can find something, that ruins my entire day. But
it's a no. You literally can't go on vacations with Andrew if he has to drive the vehicle, because he doesn't know where he's going, and he thinks that everyone driving thinks he's an idiot. So he will not drive because his anxieties get the best of him. It's really bad.
It's awful. That is so funny. But no, I get it. And then it's, being a performer, it's like once you get on stage and things are going good and you start, interacting with the crowd and everything, because your shows are very, very interactive, if you will. I mean, you have the crowd from the get-go. And
well, that's very kind of you to say. And that's where a lot of it, like once I'm on stage, once I get through the first song and I hear the audience and I see the audience and remember, these people are here because they like my band. And you know what I mean? Like, yeah. We've been playing together for a long time, and it wasn't always like that. It was like we had to win over whatever crowd was there, and not people came to see it. So, and I don't think I've really gotten over that. So,
well, we're there for you. We will be there to support you. It's all good. It's all love. Don't worry. The mom in me is coming out. I'm like, Ryan, it's okay.
I'm a lot less depressed than it sounds like here, everybody. Like, I enjoy being in this band. I enjoy writing music. And when we play shows, I will like it.
We know. Yeah. But I also thank you for being so open about that kind of stuff, because I think that, it's good to talk about it and realize that we're all going through the same bowl,
Right.
In different forms. We're all just human beings. So, I mean, It is what it is. So I just can't wait to see you guys in person again.
It's going to be fun.
It will be. It's going to be fantastic. So, any guesses on how fast these vinyls are going to sell out?
Ooh. End of the day. I don't know.
End of the day. Wow. Buttons is so optimistic. I love it.
I was thinking about this earlier. And
I want to go with end of the day.
End of the day, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's fair. I was kind of thinking along the same lines. I was going to say between 12 and 24 hours.
That would be amazing. What were you actually going to say?
I was going to say, I was thinking about it. And if we sell one vinyl,
this one,
then we'll have 499 left.
That is a factual statement.
That's the end of my thing.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's just move on from that one. We'll see who's right. So there we go.
He is right though. If we sell one, we will have 499.
Oh no, I meant about selling out in a day.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
but
I love that.
There was nothing false about that statement Andrew made at all. But now this is, everyone who's listening and who is watching this later when I post the video over on the social medias. There you go. This is your goal. We're going to make this sell out in one day. Watch.
All right.
So
don't hold us to that, people who are listening.
No. I'm holding all the listeners and people watching to it. So yeah, don't disappoint me.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. No pressure at all. So moving on, because we could just go down this rabbit hole forever. What's happening the rest of 2021 as you move through this year? So there's new music, new album?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. And is it just, we're still kind of playing it by ear on anything being released? And
from my standpoint, I imagine everybody will get another single here relatively soon. Relatively. And then the album will be released before the end of the year. We have more than half of the music recorded and some of the vocals recorded, and then the rest of the songs are mostly written. It's just a matter of kind of tinkering with them and figuring out what we want to do in the band. Most of them have topics and stuff like that we want to write about, and vocal melodies and all that kind of stuff. So then it's getting into the studio and recording that second half and putting that out. But that's all we're focused on right now. So that's the goal for 2021, is finally getting this record out, not letting our lives or the pandemic get in the way of that.
Right on. I mean, I've asked every artist about this, and it's been wonderful because I've had great problems where all I've been getting is new music from artists in the Valley. So, I mean, the creativity has not stopped. There was a lull in there at the beginning when everybody was like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, what are we going to do?
Yeah, but once everybody started coming out of that, it was like, oh, okay, I can focus, I can think. And it was along the same path. And I mean, from my standpoint as a local music lover and radio and everything, it's been great. I mean, it's just, everyone's like, I have this releasing here and here. And I'm like, well, I can't get to you for like 3 weeks because every single day has a new single, brand new. It's awesome. And I hope that I have a feeling when live music does start up again, that there'll probably be a drop in that because people are going to want to go out there and perform and start touring and start doing more normal things again. But it's been fantastic in the meantime.
I think the shows are going to be insane when it comes back. Like, everybody's going to be so ready to go out and see live music again, and hopefully, and we'll have a whole new album, because we've been playing pretty much the same songs for a long time. Changing up the set list here and there and trying to come up with new fun covers and stuff like that, but pretty much the same set list. So.
But I tell you, it doesn't get old. Seriously. I mean, it's so, and I'm not just saying this. I mean, I've seen you live so many times. And when you guys start your set, though, you did change up your opening before things shut down. You changed up your opening a little bit to your set. But
now we can't play that now either, though. Yeah. Because I put some of that opening into Banky Blaine. So. But just doubled it, so you probably didn't recognize it. Doubled the speed of it.
Double time. But seriously, it's like every time I see you guys live, it just never was old because it was like, oh, they're starting. Here we go. Time for the Queen cover. You just knew exactly what was going to happen. And it was great.
Well, I'm glad to hear.
I am sure.
You knew exactly what was going to happen, and it never got old. For 5 years.
But I'm telling you, I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. Seriously. And
I hope so.
That's just the beauty of your band and your music and your talent. Seriously. I love you guys.
Thank you.
All right. So Andrew, Ryan, and Mikey, thank you so much for hanging out with me on Zoom for a while. And I'm going to go and make sure I've got, the website up so that I can order my vinyl as soon as it hits 10 a.m. So I don't miss out on that green vinyl. I know everyone's coveting the green vinyl.
Should have made more of those.
That's okay. That's the point. It's all good. I'll take a white one, but I'm going for the green. If I don't get the green, anyway.
Is that a threat?
No, not at all. Not at all. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me and hanging out for a while. And I can't wait to see you in person. I feel like I want to just give a million hugs to everybody that I see when we can do that again. And we don't feel like we have to hose ourselves down afterwards.
Let's do it.
Yes. So now for everyone listening on KWSS, we are going to go into another Bear Ghost song. We're going to play one of my favorites off of Blasterpiece. Blah, 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 blah. And you thought I had a problem with the barbecue song.
Barbecue, yeah.
Yeah. So any guesses on what my favorite track off of Blasterpiece is?
I'm going to Necro.
Take that and say necro.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's Funkle Phil.
Oh,
that's also a good one too.
Yeah, that is my favorite one. So that's what everyone's going to hear right now. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out, and take care of you. Ryan, take care of that baby.
I'll do my best. Wait, where is he?
Well, I just saw it, maybe before we recorded, you really chucked that bassinet across the room. It was crazy.
I shouldn't have a bassinet in my practice.
There was no baby in the bassinet. They're just, just.
Not after I was done with it, there wasn't.
All right.
Thank you for having us on, Danny.
Yes,
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, everybody.